Hey, John, thank you very much for talking to us. Appreciate it. So tell us how you're feeling going into fight week. How's it feel to be returning after it seems like forever that you haven't had a fight?
Well, I mean, that's what sucks about the sport too. It's been kind of killing me is the lack of fights. Like since 5 years ago, it's almost like every 9 months to a year and a half is when I fight. So I don't really like that. You know, when I would fight 3 times a year, twice a year, it kept things going a little bit better. But you know, this gap is because I was kind of retired, and if COVID wouldn't have happened, I probably wouldn't have come back.
Mm-hmm. So actually talk about that. You retired, but now you're coming back. What was the motivation or the impetus to come back and take this fight with Neiman Gracie?
The comeback reason is excitement. I got excited about the circumstances and the fight, because it's such an alluring fight to fight a Gracie, and the uncertainty of the situation now and the uncertainty of what finances are look like for everybody in 6 months to a year from now, that's incentive. But also, there's a lot of people who are at home hurting and they're scared and there's nothing to do and there's nothing to watch. And if I can come out here and punch somebody in the face and they can punch me in the face, we can try to beat each other up and people can take their minds off of all the crap, all the fires, all the smoke, the riots, protests, the sicknesses and deaths, then I want to be a part of that. I want to help out.
Mm-hmm. And when you say circumstances, do you also mean the way that the fight will be happening? And no crowd.
Yep.
You just hear your coaches, maybe even
We're
commentators.
quarantined in our room. We got masks on doing interviews. I mean, you could voice over. People, the internet's going to do it anyways, probably. But voice over, they don't know what my mouth is doing. They can make us say anything. They do the deep fake stuff already. Like they're going to start doing deep fakes on people with the masks on. You're never going to know what anybody's saying ever. You're not going to be able to believe your lying eyes.
Mm-hmm. So tell us about the fight. How did you prepare for this fight? Would you do anything differently? You've been fighting for...
Everything was different because, things were shut down. There was a lot less people to train with. Luckily, I built a gym in my garage and a studio in my garage last June when I got my new place. And I have access to people to come over and train with me. I have my bags and stuff there. I got my bike for my bike workout. So I have a really nice facility in my garage. So that helped a lot. And then, training at AKA when it was open, because it's spotty. I probably got about 4 weeks, not all consistent at AKA with different people. So, it's like making the most out of the situation, getting the most out of things you can. And then really it put a lot of stress on efficiency with training, because you don't want to screw around and waste a day or an afternoon because you don't know what the next day is going to look like for training. So you got to get the most out of what's going on. So that was interesting. It was a lot of fun. I tried to have as much fun with it as I could, and I'm ready. I feel great.
Mm-hmm. And so is this also a kind of a little bit of a personal fight, because Neiman Gracie did beat Ed Roof, who you are friends with. Is it at all a little bit personal?
It's not. It's a job. It's fun, really. Like, I don't have any ill will towards any of the guys I've fought. Like, I've had guys come and stay with me and train with me after I fought them. So I don't care about that. I'd love to come out to New York and stay and train with Gracie and Henzo and those guys. I don't care. This is a job. It's not a real fight. I think it's ridiculous when people try to take it to that level, like it's all real street bullshit. Like, if you take something to that level with me, I'm just gonna stab you. Like, it's not a fucking game. Like, if you're gonna take it to that level, where we're street fighting in the street, like, I'm not playing your game. I'm not playing MMA on the street. Like, leave that shit. Stop playing kids games. Like, fuck around, find out. Like, seriously. Like, this is like, we're playing a game of basketball, we're playing pickup, we're playing ping pong. Like, yeah, we get CTE, we get our noses busted in, we snap each other's arms. It's just a rough game, right? Don't let it be something it's not. Like, I think that was the whole, Khabib and Conor McGregor deal. Like, Conor's trying to play this real street crap, right, with a game. And Khabib and his people, that's a culture of pride and you don't play games. Like, when you cross that line, it's real. And I'm kind of that same way. So this is fun. I'm having fun. This is a sport.
Do you think that whole idea of people playing bad guys, people playing baby faces, pro wrestling, all that stuff, do you think that has hindered the sport?
I don't find it as enjoyable. I don't like. I mean, you can make the sale. You can play the tough guy. You can do those things. You can talk smack. But there's a line to cross, and when not to cross it. You know, like, don't go after people's families, don't make it personal, don't get their religion, don't throw things at people.
Don't throw things to buses.
You know, like, yeah, like there's certain levels of things that you can do, but yeah, I just, you know, there's an aspect to the clown show that I really don't like.
Mm-hmm. So let's go back to the fight with Gracie. You're both well accomplished grapplers in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. You wrestling. Do you foresee yourself? I mean, is this something you want to take down Gracie and then, you know, do what Jon Fitch does, or do you have another plan for this fight?
I have a system of fighting that I use, but I don't have an objective like I have to do this to win. I'm going to force this. I'm going to force the takedown. I've never gone into any fight saying I have to take this guy down. I've never gone into a fight looking to just take a guy down. I take advantage of opportunities. If the guy opens himself up and gives me an easy takedown or an easy end to get a foot sweep or whatever, I'm going to take it. Just like if a guy makes a mistake and sticks his neck out, I'll choke him. Yeah, so like I'm not going to force myself into any one constrained game plan.
Now, this fight, after this fight, you win this fight. Is there anybody who you have your sights set on next? I think it sounds like you want to go for a championship, but presuming that's not, you know, whatever happens with Neiman Gracie and, you know, that fight, and then I don't know how much time Neiman will take off. Do you have like a fight that you want to take in between that goal?
Well, like I said, for me right now, it's about having fun. This is a really fun fight, and it sets up a possible title shot, which would also be a fun fight. But if the title fight doesn't materialize, like, it just depends on if it's interesting. Because if it's a tough fight that nobody's gonna watch, and I'm not gonna make any extra money off of it, like, where's the appeal?
Gotcha.
Like, because I've learned after 18 years in this sport, like, it didn't start out this way, but it's become in the last 10 years or so, really focused more around like the pro wrestling style rather than a sports style. So like I might as well just go with what's happening, and if I'm getting paid to do something or there's something appealing into it, then fine. But like there's no real ranking, there's no real rank to get ahead, or so I'm not fighting for rankings to move forward to get more money. I'm not fighting for a bigger cut of the pay-per-view or whatever. So yeah, it just has to be interesting.
And also, I just want to know, when did you just start vlogging? I know that's something recent. You got a podcast with Fight. So yeah, what made you decide to do
I've
this?
had my YouTube channel, Official Jon Fitch, since like 2009 or 2010. I took a little bit of a break, but then I've been back doing podcasts. I got a number of podcasts. I put up content on Rockfin. I have some courses on Gumroad. I have a kids wrestling course. I have a neck care guide. I was going to retire because my neck was messed up before the daily fight, and I did a 90-day natural, like whatever style thing to fix my neck. So I put together a package for people to see exactly what I did and follow it. I showed the stretches, the exercises. I've got my meal plan and nutrients and everything I did in there, and put that out there. It's for free. I got 3 things up Road. I'm going to start doing more of that, or kind of practice to make more coaches, because I'm a teacher. I've been teaching since I was in junior high. Like, I've been teaching kids how to wrestle. I've been coaching for a long time. I got my degree in education from Purdue University. So I'm just going to go with what I'm good at, and that's teaching and educating people. So we're all distanced, so I can take my knowledge, put it in a digital form, and then make it accessible to other people. I've been doing that a lot.
And so, any last thoughts about this fight, Gracie? Anything that you want to say to him, or anything else? The floor is yours.
No, man, I'm sure he's going to bring it. It's going to be a lot of fun. I hope we have a great fight, and the fans can escape, the craziness of 2020 for a little while and get lost in our fight.
Great. Thank you very much, Jon. Good luck in the fight.
Thank you, man. Thanks, guys.